Labadiena! In this episode I will be making a set of outdoor chairs. You can see a prototype in the middle. So it starts out in the storage room where I'm cutting some oak pieces. I had a pile of crooked and cracked oak which wasn't ideal for indoor furniture, but it's perfect for this type of work. I chose to go with oak, of course, because it can withstand the elements pretty well. And I'm back at the main workshop. So these pieces I've got will be turned into back leg, a continuous piece from going from the back leg to the back rest. So I had to thicken these because I will be adding a curvature for the backrest, so this thickness wasn't enough, so that's why I'm jointing these and surface planing, of course, to create a flat surface to glue two pieces together. And as you can see, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the shape of the pieces or it's basically these chairs will be sculpted afterwards, so there was no need for that, and the glue up was pretty quick and simple. So once I'm done with these biggest, longest pieces of the chair, now it was time to glue up the seats and front legs. I decided to use all of the oak scraps I had laying around the workshop, and it was a perfect project for doing that, because these chairs will be charred and darkened, and no seam or discoloration will be visible, so it was just perfect for using all of the oak scraps. And in this process I'm making the front legs, so I needed an exact length and parallel cuts on the bottom and top part, so that's why I made those happen on the panel saw. And here you can see me making a quick and dirty jig for making a hole for the seat and for the leg as well. It will come clear in a moment. So here I'm using just a copying rig in the router and tracing the template. And I made the hole a little bit smaller than the seats were, and I'm using a thickness planer to make it fit precisely. Once that was done, I had to mark every single seat like that, just because every single backrest was different. And there was no need to overcomplicate this process, so I was just using a bandsaw. And after I had all of the seats fitting into the backrest piece nicely, I moved to the panel saw to add some angles to the seats. I wanted to do that so the chair wouldn't look so square and unfinished. So I created the angles, and as you can see, I'm adding a little bit of an vertical angle, if you will. So it will be angular towards the backrest and away from the seat. I hope that makes some sense. And as you can see, I'm using the same jig to create a hole in the seat for the front leg. And now it's the assembly time. So every single piece is glued with the polyurethane glue to add additional stiffness and strength. And for the clamping and basically for making it stronger, I'm using the lag bolts. It might look crude to do it this way, but it's an outdoor furniture, and I will be plugging the holes with the same wood afterwards, so those won't be too noticeable. And it was time to start shaping the chairs. It's a fun process, but very messy. So I just quickly tried one chair that evening. I noticed that it's getting really messy, so the very next day I decided to create a quick and dirty enclosure from the sheets I had laying around. So this captured most of the huge chips, and it made workshop a bit cleaner. But most of the dust still was flying around that enclosure, and I had a lot of cleanup to do after this project was done. Anyhow, so I'm using three tools here. The chainsaw to remove the bulk of the material, then I'm using the Arbotech turbo plane to sculpt the rest of the chair, and for these inside corner parts I was using ball gouge from Arbotech as well. And you may notice that there was a lot of dust and chips created. So I was glad, because that meant that a lot of weight was removed and chairs became fairly light, I would say. And lastly, it was time to char these. I decided to use propane with a little bit of oxygen to create a hotter flame, and this made a pretty quick work of charring the chairs. It created a layer of extra protection and of course the looks. And after this process was done, the rest was the sealing, so these chairs wouldn't be so impractical. So I sealed it with 3 coats of outdoor oil, also black. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sincerely thank you for your time, and see you soon. Bye!